Pause 1 second. Pause 1 second. Don't restart it. Just pause it.
Rudy Poo.
Cause it's an old ass crowd. Have any of y'all even heard this song before? Like my initial thought, was Migos Bad and Bougie, because I was expecting a lot more people my age. But now I'm starting to think I probably should have scheduled Marvin Gaye or something like that. Like she played that song and nobody bobbed their head, rocked their shoulder. I didn't look over them? Okay, push play. When the crock pot pie, it was 5. It was 5. That was it. It was 5 people. So I was gonna change it up, but see, me and the DJ, we got a schedule going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna throw off too much. But so do me a favor. So we're gonna start it over, okay? And I would appreciate it if y'all at least act like y'all was, millennials. And this song, relates to y'all, okay? So give it up for Rudy Wilson. So it's clear y'all don't even know how to dance this time. Because in 2017, we don't say, hey! That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay, so
give us a try.
That she stuff her mouth, man. Nigga, just give us a try. We ain't dancing to that shit, man. I done paid my $10, man. Except my little, hey, get out the way. She done spoke up for the masses. Just give us a try. Hey, and I should be a little easier on y'all, because we done dealt with a lot of obstacles. You know what I'm saying? We done had the roadblock. I done had to text everybody that I could. You get to 8th Street, talk to the nigga in the black car, say, hey, I'm going to Cat's Cafe. Let me in, he gonna back up, this is low-key a drug deal. Like, I don't know if y'all knew that, but I think we were selling work. I don't even, without even saying it. But I definitely appreciate y'all for coming out. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Make some noise for yourself. We done packed Cat's Cafe out. Almost even to capacity, because the last little seating we got is in the back, and that's unfortunately the little fireplace right there. That's what I was going for. But I chose that song, believe it or not. I know y'all probably can't rock with that much, but I chose that song because, I used to be into a lot of thug shit. You know what I'm saying? Now wait a second. Now the only reason I look at y'all like that, because y'all are like the only two who understand this music that I played when it first came out. So we can start from the beginning. Before you push play, I hate to embarrass y'all, but just walk back this way real quick. And as you walk past, I just want you to show everybody in here how you supposed to react when this particular song plays. Okay, here we go. Give it up for Rudy Wilson. Whoa, 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 I thought we had two more. I thought we had two more. Y'all know. I thought we had two more. Y'all wasn't, okay. Y'all look bad and bougie. I was trying to get you in there. But like I was saying, going back to my bio. So like I said, I played that song because, that was what I was into, at one point in time in my life. But believe it or not, there's a particular song that I used to play like when I was really in my thug shit. Like I was really like she ain't broke stride yet. Like she done gave me an amen. I was really in my thug shit, okay. She just woke up like I said, can I get a witness? She said, okay. Don't be sorry at all. Don't be sorry at all. Like I said, I was into my thugness, you know what I'm saying? And when I back when I used to, be a teenager, I used to listen to a certain type of music that used to really fire me up, you know what I'm saying, that really got me into really being hardcore street. And so when this particular song, and I started to play this song when I first came out, but I didn't want to like throw y'all off like too bad, you know what I'm saying? But this particular song, when I hear it, just know I just can't help myself. Listen, when that shit right there come on, I can't help myself. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, when they made the movie, I ain't gonna lie, I turned gay as shit when that movie came out. I turned gay as shit, like you can't tell me I'm not the 7th member of the new edition. You can't tell me. I don't care what nobody say. When that movie came on, and they allowed some young niggas to come in and replay the part, I said, you know what? They need one more person. They need one more person, and I'm it. I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I live in D.C. now, but I'm born and raised in Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia is my home. If you're from Atlanta, give it up for yourself. Give it up for yourself. Give it up for yourself. I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta done changed though. It's a little different than I remember. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I used to live in the Stone Mountain area. Woo! All right. Stone Mountain ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It used to be Stone Mountain when I grew up. They done turned into Crack Rock Mountain. I used to go to the local Publix, feeling safe. Order my little sub. Now, I was hoping they had a drive-through. Like I wasn't even trying to get out the car. You know, I pull up at that was scary. But one thing I love about the South, man, like, and I know y'all won't appreciate it because y'all live here, but those of us who live up north, like, there are no Waffle Houses nowhere near the DC area. Like, you gotta travel far as fuck in Virginia to finally find a Waffle House. But the thing I don't like is the Waffle Houses up there, like, their health inspection, like, they got an A on their window. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I be going there spilling shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get them something to clean. You know what I'm saying? I go in there, they health inspection an A. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to walk into, you know, the first Waffle House I came to in Atlanta, C-. Like, that was, and they was doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see one right. I said, you know what, I'm back home. This is what I've been waiting for this whole time. But it changed a little bit. When I was growing up, now Waffle House, they weren't doing better than the F. They weren't doing better than the F. Like, you gonna get that F. Like the kitchen and the bathroom look the same. You know what I'm saying? But that's a real Waffle House though. I get a dirty kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna eat there in a clean kitchen no more. Cause like the waffle ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta at least one time bite into the waffle and then just pull a piece of hair out my lip. Where that came from? You know what I'm saying? I need that. That's Waffle House. Like, if I want to go somewhere clean, I would, you know, pay money at Roof Chris or something. You know what I'm saying? I need Waffle House. Bathroom and kitchen, identical. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, like, I know y'all probably won't believe this, but my main influence when I was into my thuggery was somebody who was in the streets way more than me, and that was my sister. No, she was. Like, she somebody said, Reese? We don't call her Reese no more. We call her Thug Nasty. She gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? But I'm serious, my sister, she was a lot more thuggish than a lot of people realize. You know what I'm saying? But she had a lot of influence on me. Like, when you're a younger sibling, your older sibling influences you a lot. Yeah. And so my sister, she learned a word, right? And this particular word used to make me really think that she was a lot more thuggish than she really was. She learned the word tempted. And like, we'll be in the car with my dad, and we'll be riding down, you know, 285, and she'll be like, hey, Rudy, I'm gonna jump out the car while the car moving. And I'll be like, what? Like, really? And she'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna jump out the car, but I'm tempted. I used to go to school telling my friends, hey, my sister was gonna jump out the car when we was driving down 285. They was like, really? And I was like, nah, she wasn't gonna jump out, but she was tempted. And that word tempted haunted me. Like my sister had a lot of influence on me. Even like as adults, like I remember, cause she lives in New York now, and like her boyfriend is Hispanic. And I remember we went to like a party for his family, and she assumed like, hey, you know, Brandon, like let me play my playlist, you know, get the party live. But like, she assumed, like most black people, that, you know, people of other cultures want to hear their same culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, like, I went to a Chinese restaurant one time, and like, I was speaking to the Chinese person like I was Chinese and could barely speak English. But I had no reason to do it. Like, he could understand full English. Like, I was at like Panda Express. Like, it wasn't even nothing serious, and I was just like, Can I get to fried rice? Can I get sweet and sour chicken? And the Chinese dude at the counter, he was like, nigga, what the fuck you just said? I'm looking around lost, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, I ain't taking this nigga order no more. So he brought a black girl to the counter. So of course, because she black, I'm I'm trying to convert, to her type of talking. So out of nowhere, I started chewing gum, and my head was itching, and I was like, how much that sweet and sour chicken cost? Let me get that sweet and sour chicken. Let me get that fried rice shit. And just throw a little egg roll in there. And she looked at me and she was like, so you say you want egg roll? Like, wait a minute, bitch, that ain't the same language. You gonna be speaking nigga with me. You know what I'm saying? She thought she was gonna be speaking the same little Spanish, the Chinese stuff. But we was at the Spanish party, and my sister, she swore up and down, like when she played her playlist, like she should have just played, now granted, y'all might not know who these people are, but just, I'm gonna give y'all a chance. Like, are you still eating? Like, how much food do you got over there? She done ordered a buffet. How much it costs for the menu? Like, how are you still chewing 20 minutes later? And you still got the piece left. Okay. She's still eating. But so my sister, so she done hooked her phone up, you know what I'm saying? She done, instead of playing Future, T.I., Lil Wayne, Lil Yachty, anything like that, she felt like because this is a Spanish crowd, she got to play Spanish music. So she done hooked her phone up, and all of a sudden we hear. So I'm sitting down. I done started rocking to her, like. So me and my sister done got out. We done just started funking it. We was the only two niggas dancing in the whole party. My sister's Spanish boyfriend came out of nowhere and grabbed her phone. She was like, what the fuck you doing? You don't turn that shit off and turn the Future on? Like, we don't want to hear that shit. That shit threw me off. We both was convinced, like, oh, there's a bunch of Spanish niggas in here. Like, we thought y'all wanted to hear, some Spanish shit. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't even rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand my sister, you know what I'm saying? Because when it came down to music, like we wasn't that family. You know what I'm saying? Like we was musically inclined, but we had a lot of music hiccups. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because, like with my nieces and nephews, like they'll get a song wrong and I'll spank them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't him. You know what I'm saying? And when they cry, like that's one thing I hate about kids more than anything. I don't have any kids myself, but I cannot stand when a kid cries. Because when they cry, they have like a pause and they cry. I don't understand where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like a kid will act up in school, you'll hit him. I told you about behaving in school, you'll hit him. And they'll just stop and they'll just say, what the hell is that pause? Like what is that? Bro, what is that pause, man? Like, are they still trying to figure out if they hurt or not? You know what I'm saying? Like why are they pausing in the middle of the cry? But the only reason why I had sympathy, because like I said, my family, we're not that musical family. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget, like, my mom has been perfect up until the very first time we went to New York. I was 13 years old. We in the hotel, we leaving the hotel, at the ATM, spot on, is the artist Lil Jon. So my mom feels like it's her due diligence to recognize Lil Jon being at ATM. So she said, oh, that's Lil Jon? Hey, Lil Jon, hey, come over here. She was like, ski. Ski. Oh, you the ski man. Hey, baby, come over here and ski with me. Come over here and ski with me. Ski. Now, it's evident my mom has no idea what the hell ski means. Like, she thought ski meant, like, come party harder with me, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, we had to grab her, like, Mom, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you yelling skeet out loud? Like, that's not ladylike or church-like. Like, what are you doing? And so, I had, I'm the man of the group, even though I'm only a teenager. I went to Lil Jon, I'm like, hey, listen, man, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? She don't know any better. She yelling skeet out loud, you know what I'm saying? Like, forget my mom. Like, she don't know better. She just yelling just because of anything. And Lil Jon whispered in my ear, and he was like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, little man. I'm gonna fuck the shit out your mom. And I looked at her, and I was like, Lil Jon threw me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I can't even blame my mom because like when it comes down to music, like we've been embarrassing each other like more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And like, have you ever been that person? Like, have you ever seen that person or been that person where like you catch somebody and they don't know that you've seen them and like they ride in their car and they just singing and dancing. Like whatever song is on, they just jamming. You know, like my mom was that person, you know what I'm saying? And like when you make eye contact with the person who catch you, like you're low-key embarrassed. Like, oh man, like they done caught me, you know, like singing and dancing to my favorite song. Now, before I even get to that story, something happened to me prior to that. And I was in a restaurant, right? Now this restaurant was really loud. Now it's no offense to anybody who falls in this category, but the waiter, he was a man and he was gay, right? And so I'm trying to scream to him what I want for my order, but he can't really hear me because the restaurant is loud. So I'm gonna show y'all, I'm gonna demonstrate to y'all what happened when I was trying to tell him my order, but I need y'all participation. So I'm gonna raise my hand, and it don't matter what type it is, I just want y'all to make loud noise. You can clap, cheer, talk, scream, whatever. As soon as I drop my hand, I want the entire audience to just get silent, okay? So we're at this restaurant, and I'm telling my order, right? But it's really loud, so he can barely hear me. So it's all this noise, right? I want you to toss my salad. But what made it even worse, like he started pointing at my face, he was like, I knew it! That tight ass shirt you had on, I knew it! I'm just like, no, that's not a thing, right? So to fast forward to this car scenario, so I'm driving in the car. You know, I live in DC. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking out. So, you know, I got a lot of songs come on. I be, freestyling, jamming to whatever song come on. So I'm driving, and the one song I got caught singing on was not the song I should have got caught singing on. So I'm driving, and this song come on, and I'm singing to it. I know y'all not gonna believe this, but the one person who caught me was the gay waiter for the and I pulled him at a red light, and he waved for me down, trying to get my attention. And I rolled my window down. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? He said, I told you, I knew you was gay. I seen it from the tight shirt. You sing a milkshake. I knew it. Now, for those of y'all who may not be in this era, the song My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard, it is translated by saying my dick sucking is bringing all the boys to the yard. Exactly. It was a very gay moment for me. I was mad at you. I know you probably still thinking milkshake. You been fucking they made you up. So I know you probably still thinking you got your Coca-Cola stuff cup with the straws. So I know you were still thinking milkshake. She was saying milkshake to be nice. Like it was, milkshake is a totally different thing. It's very, very bad. Very, very bad. And I wasn't trying to give her a chance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he pointed me out. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I felt bad, but I didn't feel that bad because, like, you know, I'm black, you know what I'm saying? And I know my black people, this is a black crowd, and once again, I don't know the age appropriation for this, but I know people my age, like if we driving and our song come on, and we pull up to a red light,
It's on.
It's on. Like we gonna show the whole block. Not only this is our song, but we gonna jam to it.
Yeah, we are.
So I remember. I remember pulling up to a red light one time, and my friend, like, he knew for a fact when he heard this song, this was his song, and he was gonna funk it. So we pulled up to the red light, and all of a sudden he heard. So he in the back seat, he said, nigga, I bet you won't pull up at the next red light. And the driver's like, man, you ain't gonna get out there and funk that shit. He honked out, he said, and listen, my dog killed that shit. I was like, whatever club you going to, like, we going with you, cause like, you ain't scared worth the shit. But I'm saying, but that's my people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a slight difference, very, very slight difference between like black people and niggas. Like that's a very, very slight difference. Because like I work in a professional environment. Like I'm gonna tell y'all up front, don't clap and cheer because I don't do much. But I'm in the military, right? And I don't do shit. Like, I ain't saying nobody. Like the biggest battle I fought was like getting my order right at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shit. Like don't clap and cheer for me at all. Like when you say thank you for your service, like that's my way of getting something free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping Cat's Cafe getting something free. Before I leave, because I'm broke. But anyway, so but I'm saying, no, I'm saying like there's a difference between black, like so like I can see black people in the army and they can be like a high rank, they can be like a captain, a colonel, and like I know the difference between like, you know, a black captain and a nigga. You know what I'm saying? A black colonel and a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time I got pulled over by the police, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I got my phone way up here, like I'm texting and driving. Like I don't give a fuck, you know, sitting in traffic, heading home from work, and like an officer pulled me over. The moment he got out the car,
What'd he do?
I knew that he wasn't a black officer. He was a nigga. Because when he seen me in my little side mirror, he started laughing, and I started laughing. And I was like, and I was still in uniform, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get off this shit. Like I ain't even finna pay this ticket. You know what I'm saying? So he walked up to me and he was just like, nigga. And I looked up at him, still with my phone in my hand, and I was like, nigga. And he looked at me and he was like, texting and driving, nigga. I looked at my phone, I looked at him, I was like, texting it. So then he seen the picture that was on my phone of the female who I was, trying to get at, and he was like, nigga. I looked at my phone, I looked at him, and I realized where we going with this, and I was like, nigga. And he was like, she got a friend, nigga. I was like, hell yeah, she got a friend, nigga. He was like, all right, listen, where you headed right now? I was like, I'm headed home. He was like, all right, find out if her friend bought that, and on your way home, just text me, let me know, if she good. I'm like, but you just pulled me over for texting and driving. Like, if I keep texting, I might get pulled over again. He was like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. He was like, man, you wasn't even being discreet with it. Just hold it down here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hold it all in the air, like anybody can see that shit, man. Hold it down here, man, you'll be good. I was like, nigga. There's a difference. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but there's a difference between black people and niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time, I was getting ready to go to jail. True story. I was getting ready to go to jail, and I didn't have a black officer. I had a nigga who was taking me to jail. And I'm in the back seat. I'm in handcuffs. And that's a nigga. I'm just gonna hold on to it. What y'all laughing? So I'm in the back seat, right? I'm in handcuffs. I'm depressed. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning, right? He's taking me to jail. And so I'm not in any type of playful mood at all. But he looked back in the back seat behind the little cage and everything. He was like, nigga. And I was like, man, what's up? He was like, man, we got a long ride to the jail. Like, you don't mind if I play my music real quick? I was like, man, this your car, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you gotta do? He's like, you sure? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wanna offend you or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But like, we got a long ride to jail. I don't really wanna sit here in silence, listen to you mope. So, hey, I'm gonna turn my music on if that's cool. And I was just like, man, go ahead, bro, you good. So then he reached for the radio and he turned it on while I'm in the backseat. All of a sudden I hear, I was like, how far is the next red light? He was like, why you asking? He turned it back up, DJ. He was like, why you asking? I was like, you let me out of the next red light? I said, I'm gonna phone that bitch. He was like, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. I said, I bet if you let me out of the next red light, I'm gonna phone that bitch. He said, don't worry about it. He came to the next red light, he pulled me out of the car, he was like, hey, listen, I killed that shit. Handcuffs and all. And he was like, damn, nigga, I didn't know you had all that in you. I was like, nigga, I told you I was gonna phone that bitch. And he was like, yeah, I hate to inform you, but you know I'm gonna say I take you to jail, right? And I looked at him, I was like, nowhere. And she was like, Rudy, what the hell are you crying for? And I was like, he gonna take me to jail. And they gonna rape me. And she was like, stop all that damn crying. They ain't gonna rape you, but they'll be tempted. And my name is Rudy. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Up front real quick. Man, MCDC, Katie Bright, Marlon Ballard, CJ. If you still here anywhere, bring them back up front real quick. So we got to clear out by 8 o'clock. So if you want to do like picture stuff like that, as far as on the stage, make it real quick. Make it real quick. We can talk. We can chop it up. We can take pictures outside.